Hi, and welcome back to the channel, guys. We are continuing Avatar The Last Airbender. This is Book 1, Chapter 9, The Waterbending Scroll. And like the last two episodes, which was, Winter Solstice Part 1 and 2, those were some really good episodes. And we kind of got like a deadline there with Aang and Katara and Sokka. They have to do all of this before the comet comes back, and the thing that kind of started the war like 100 years ago, and now it's coming back, and the Fire Lord is gonna use it to end the war and everything effectively. So yeah, they have like what did we have like. What did we figure out since it was winter solstice now, and they have until summer's
And
end?
then they have a little bit more than
Half a year.
somewhere between half a year and three quarters of a year.
Yeah, so something like that. So less than a year. They have less than a year to do this whole thing, and for Aang to learn like water bending and earth bending and fire bending to become the Avatar and defeat the Fire Lord. Yeah, that's holy shit, guys. But unless you have anything in particular, I think we're just gonna jump into the episode. Oh yeah, of course.
You might see that I'm a little bit more moving around, perhaps a little bit more, or sitting weirdly or something. It's just because I kind of slashed my foot open in the shower, and yeah, it just
It was bleeding a lot, and you had
yeah,
to like keep your foot up and
yeah,
everything. But now it looks better now at
yeah.
least. But it's
Now
just
I'm just too afraid to take off the bandage, but yeah.
Anywho, just so you know, guys, and we know that there's almost always
Something wrong with my body. With me
something.
or my body, yeah.
It's just yeah,
Life of a clumsy person.
a little bit clumsy maybe, but yeah, I'm clumsy too. I just haven't injured myself lately, but maybe it'll happen soon. Maybe it'll be my turn very soon to be like, just so you know, I have
I broke my
I
arm.
broke my foot. Something I've done that before. I
Touching too hard.
yeah, but we can maybe get into that in the live stream or something. Anywho, we're gonna jump into this episode, and
Yes,
you can, of
please.
course, always check out our full-length reactions for Avatar and all the other shows that we're doing on our Patreon page. The link is down in the description below, and we are usually an episode or two ahead with Avatar on Patreon. But let's go. So that was chapter 9. The Waterbending Scroll. We got a little pirate adventure there where they bumped into some pirates and ended up, stealing from the pirates, which is. Do you really need to feel bad about stealing from pirates? That's that's also kind of how they the conclusion they ended up with our Katara at least being like, yeah, I won't steal unless it's from pirates because they probably stole it anyway at first. And it was more or less like a coincidence then that because they um, went to find some new supplies and everything, and then of course found the water scroll. Zuko and his uncle they went there as well to look for the lotus tile for that game for Iroh's game, and they ended up bumping into the same pirates who then told them about Aang and Katara and Sokka, and then yeah, violence and all of that ensues. And yeah, it was kind of like they caught them pretty easily, the pirates there at
Yeah.
first. And of course, Sokka and Aang, they weren't really
No,
expecting
exactly.
to be ambushed or anything, so it was more like they caught him by surprise. But then Sokka, he was quick on his feet there, or he came up with a quick solution where just tell the pirates about the Avatar. This is the Avatar. It's worth way more than a waterbending scroll.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the fire benders and the pirates started fighting and everything.
Yeah. Well, Sokka really shined this one.
Yeah, I think he actually really did, and he even ended up, securing the water scroll, the waterbending scroll, towards the end, where it just Momo was flying with it, and then the
Parrot.
parrot looking thing kind of chased Momo, and Momo dropped it down into the fog down there, or the smoke, and we didn't know what happened to it, but Saka caught it. So that was real good. So they can hopefully, or Aang can continue practicing the water bending, and we got some of that as well. And the fact that he's naturally gifted, which that's a good thing. That's
Yeah, yeah,
lucky
that's
since he's the Avatar and he is the one who needs to learn it
exactly.
like really quickly.
Exactly.
So the fact that he was able to do it, that was nice, but at first not really for Katara, who
No.
got pretty damn jealous. And that's not a side of her that we've seen that much
No.
before. She's usually the most sensible of the bunch. But in this one, she kind of lost it a little bit. And you get why. Because
Yeah.
she was the waterbender and she thought she could maybe teach Aang some stuff. But it turned out that Aang was just way better at it than she was. And she's actually the one who needs teaching. But it definitely seems like she came to some sort of acceptance, or she accepted
Yeah.
the fact that, well, Aang is better at this than me, and that's fine. It's all right.
He's supposed to be better than me.
Yes, he is.
He's supposed to be the best.
Exactly. So like you shouldn't feel too bad when, the avatar is outdoing your water bending. That shouldn't yeah, that should happen.
Yeah.
But the whole thing ended up with Aang and Katara and Sokka escaping again, and actually also like the little whistle, the little
Yeah,
bison whistle,
bison
then
whistle.
really came in handy.
Yeah.
Came handy towards the end, and we were also, well, that's what we were guessing, was that it was gonna call Appa, and it did.
Yeah, because there are no more bisons. If I think the what we've got so far is that the only bison left is Appa.
I think
So, of
so,
course,
yeah,
if-
and yeah, the only bison, the only lemur with them, yeah.
Yeah, so if you call for bisons, like with the bison whistle, the only bison will of course show up.
Yes, the only one left.
But it worked a bit like a dog whistle, so yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
It did, and Appa does behave like a very big dog at times.
He
He
sure
really,
does.
really does.
Loves getting his little feet
Yeah,
cleaned.
well, little, but
That was an understatement.
I know what
It
you mean.
was
I know
on
what you mean.
purpose.
Yeah, and we just got a lot of fun, fun stuff with Iroh as well, and I thought he had so many great lines in this one, and the writing overall in this series is just really clever. I think really smart and just quite funny as well.
Yeah, all these small things going on in the background, and the callback jokes with the guy with the cabbages. Apparently,
Oh yeah,
he's going to be a thing. Poor man.
Yes, my cabbages. That's gonna be a thing like through the entire series. I think maybe.
I think so too. Yeah.
Maybe more so in this first season, because as like from what I understand, the first season is lighter in tone, and it's gonna keep being a little bit lighter in tone. And then when we get to the second and third season, or book, I should say, then it's gonna get a little bit more serious. But hopefully they will still leave room for some of these like fun interactions and episodes and callbacks and cabbages and all of that good stuff. But unless you have anything else,
For a second there, I thought that Iroh actually wanted to teach us a lesson about the missing lotus piece, and he had like a greater plan or something like that.
oh yeah, when he found it again at the end there.
Well,
or...
the whole thing actually just that was a thing, maybe that like a lesson he was going to teach Zuko or something, but it just showed out to be sheer coincidence, and it didn't feel like there was more to it than
no, but
that.
I think the lesson you can take from Iroh there, even like if he said it directly or not, is just leave room for chance, coincidences, and luck. You never know. Like going to a market we weren't planning to go to, we found what we were looking for. They didn't catch them, but still. And he even like found the piece like in his sleeve towards the
Yeah.
end. So it's just just leave room for stuff like that. I think.
So it was definitely like a lesson by serendipity rather than actually him planning out a lesson for him.
Yes,
and that was the thing. I thought it was like a planned out lesson, but of course, as you say, it's like more like a spiritual or like a spontaneous lesson.
Yes, yeah. Stuff happens.
Yeah.
But that's going to do it for this reaction and review of Avatar The Last Airbender Book 1, Chapter 9. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we will see you very soon.
Bye.